earlier, I sat down with one of the biggest forces in American Catholic life from New York, Cardinal Timothy Dolan. I began by asking him his reaction when he heard the news.
I said, oh, my Lord, was I ever shocked?
Help us understand this, because for hundreds of years, as you know,
600, if I'm not mistaken,
we have not seen this happen. And we know that Pope John Paul was very ill.
Yes, he was.
Toward the end. So why this unprecedented in modern times?
We've known it's always been a possibility. They always would ask about that, especially like you mentioned in the days of Blessed John Paul II. Was it a probability? No. But now the ice might be broken. In the future, it might become not as startling.
What happens when you have a former pope?
I'm wondering myself. I'm wondering. We haven't been through this in 600 years. So I think he's going to, let me get to my books. Let me get back to my piano, he's going to be saying. Let me concentrate on my writing. He's probably going to relish the transition.
Would you like to see an African selected? Would you like to see a South American?
Yes, and I think those are very probable. To think that maybe the College of Cardinals might feel the Holy Spirit is directing them to choose from somewhere else, I think so.
What are the odds of an American, a North American? And you were asked, what about you?
Is this ABC Evening News or Comedy Central? What is it you are?
What would you like to see this next pope be and do in order to be as inclusive as possible of the American church and the American views on these social issues? There has to be fundamental change.
The church is in the business of fundamental change interiorly. So when we speak about change in the church, yeah, there can be a change in style. There's certainly always going to be a change in heart, because conversion of heart is what we're about. But there can't be a tampering with the changeless teachings of the church.
So much speculation. I know you've been reading the articles today that maybe his age and his health and just the burden of what the church has been through with the scandals.
Yes, could have,
It was a factor. You think it was a factor?
Well, I would say, first of all, it's very difficult for anybody to appreciate the burden of the papacy. The Pope has a billion souls that he thinks about and prays for every day. So the demands of the papacy are very, very heavy. The specific horrible issue that you mentioned, I think, would have added to that sense of burden.
Keep remembering when he gave you the thumbs up.
Thanks. My mom remembers when he said that she looked too young to have a son, a cardinal. And she said, Holy Father, you are infallible.
So did you see this yet? Have you
Let's
seen these pictures today?
No, what's this about? Wow. Is that not something? Did you guys see this with the lightning? Boy, oh boy. A lot of pasta overcooked with this lightning strike going on.